All right, well, let's talk about this Black Mirror shit, man. Who was on it for? It was you guys. You two guys love Black Mirror. You've seen all the seasons.
Yo, everybody loves this show.
I got on it early. I don't want to be the one who's like, I found out about Black Mirror first.
Good.
But,
No, you're
2014.
Okay.
It first came on Netflix. Just when Netflix was popping, it had like House of Cards was like early seasons. It didn't have a lot of original programming. I think Black Mirror was the first show that got acquired by Netflix. So it aired in
It was an English show.
It aired on BBC in England originally back in like 2011. Just 3 episodes. So in England, they do like seasons are usually
short.
Way short. Yeah. Like 3-6 episodes.
Which is why the first thing was like the first drop was
season 1.
Was 3 seasons technically.
Yes. Yeah. And I watched the first episode. I watched was the first episode. It completely threw me off with the pig fucking thing.
We'll get to that.
And then I watched the second one, and the second one hooked me, and I was like, "Yo, this is a crazy show. I gotta stick with this." And then I heard Netflix picked it up.
The first episode is about pig fucking.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that.
Yeah, the first episode is the worst episode of the entire series.
We'll get to that.
It's about politics, but it's also.
All right, we're just gonna talk about it right now. You guys are gonna fucking harp on it. So
I'm sorry. He's gonna talk about pig fucking.
No. I think it's important.
Over this.
I wanted him to get to make his larger point because Jack's part of the problem. Jack and Amy are both part of the problem.
What's the problem?
Right?
All I wanted to know is we spent 15 minutes talking about the snacks that Haney brings into the movie theater. He says pig fucking, and we just have to jump past it. There's no way in hell that's going to happen.
What's the problem?
I wanted him to make his like. The problem is this: that people like Jack who are on it early, and Haney early-ish, were like, you got to. No, like, I don't really watch a lot of shows, right? And I don't keep up on this shit, so I always go to people for recommendations. So I had some free time in my life, and I was like, yo, I need a show right now.
Because you couldn't sleep for the last 4 days.
This is why you couldn't sleep, because you started watching Black Mirror.
I rewatched The Wire, though. The whole, like 4 seasons.
You get sucked in. Every now and then.
It was so good.
Once in a blue moon. Every super moon, you get sucked in The Wire.
Poor guy.
Yo,
son, text me when you have insomnia. I'm up until 4 in the morning every night, baby. We could talk. I'm there for you. I couldn't shit. You couldn't sleep. We could.
How long was it?
I was on 96 hours. Yo, but I was on like NyQuil and I still couldn't sleep. So
and then you start tripping. And that's crazy.
No, that's
then you start like falling asleep a little bit, and you wake up and you think there's something like
fucking terrified.
Yeah.
So what finally laid you to bed? Did you hit the
what?
What finally laid you to bed?
Yeah, last night was the first time I slept.
And what
happened? How did it?
I was sick leading up to it, so I was sick the whole time, and I got healthier, and eventually, like my body just got with it.
All right, my bad. So
anyway,
so what's the problem?
So Jack and Haney
on early. I go to people for my TV suggestions. Everyone's like, "Yo, you gotta watch Black Mirror. Gotta watch it." Right now, there's like very few shows in that category for me, like Breaking Bad, Game of Thrones. People are like, "You gotta watch this."
Yeah.
Everyone's like, "You gotta watch Black Mirror." Right. So I put it on, and then all of a sudden the caveats come in. And everyone's like, "Oh, if you watch it, you should start with this episode." I'm like, "What the fuck would I do that for?" Like, "Oh, well, the episodes are all different." So I was like, no, I'm someone who, when I consume something, I like to consume it the way the artist intended it. So I like to start with the first episode. When I listen to a brand new album, I like to listen to the songs top down.
Kendrick Lamar over here.
I'm just saying, right? Like I listen, and if it's a really great album or something that's great, I only listen to it like from top down. I experience it how the artist wanted me to intend it. So, long story short, I didn't like all the caveats. So I was like, listen, man, I'm going to watch the first episode. I watched the first episode, and it is fucking disgusting.
First episode of the first season.
Yeah, first episode.
Again, just for everybody's listening, we're reviewing season 4. We're just talking about
another episode. It's important to talk about the series.
Yeah, this is an introduction. But just to anybody, you don't have to turn off because you didn't hear about it. We're doing season 4, but go on. Okay.
So, it is not tastefully done. It is not intriguing television by any means. It was like, it was, for me, it was like pure shock value to get your attention into this show for whatever reason. It was obviously the acting was good, the production was good. Right. It was obviously like a well done show.
And how was the pig?
But the message was so distorted. It basically is like they blackmail a government official, or the Prime Minister of England, they kidnap his daughter, and then they have to fuck a pig live on television.
That's the ransom.
To get the daughter back.
And the guy's got to finish.
He's the Prime Minister, right?
Yeah.
And he's got to fuck a pig on live television, and he's got to finish. And
Light work.
And they show it.
Okay, all right. Who wouldn't do that to get their daughter back? I'd rather do that than give you like $10 million.
No, I'd rather give you $10 million.
I'm sorry. You've worked your entire life to build up a net worth of $10 million.
He's the Prime Minister.
There's a piglet.
There's a ransom fund.
It has a pussy.
Yo, man, you gotta watch the episode.
Hold on.
By the way, it's not a piglet. Let's clarify.
It's a full-grown pig.
Wait, hold on.
Hold on.
Was
Is
it
the
his
pig
daughter
strapped
or was
down?
it like someone important?
No, it's just hanging out. Like,
I don't
they
know
go
if it
into
was
the
actually
room and
the
it's
Prime
just.
Minister's daughter.
Wait a minute. I
Doesn't
need
matter.
some parameters here. You're saying the pig is not strapped to anything like
I don't remember
that?
it being strapped down. I think it's just eating, and he walks in and he's like,
So you have to run up behind it, grab it, and then fuck it?
And they show you this.
no, well,
Not insertion.
they don't show you that.
Can we use Viagra? Is there anything I can use to get
Yeah,
myself
he's got
hard?
Viagra. You can
So
do whatever
you're so you don't even have to get the boner. I just have to fuck the pig, and then
finish.
that might be hard. But you can also fake a nut. You can just be like, oh,
No. It's like the guy finishes, bro.
yeah.
How do you know?
He fucks his pig for like 6 fucking hours until he finishes on live television.
The longer I'm fucking, the less the chance of finishing. I wouldn't be able to finish. That's different. But can I insert on a pig and then stop to save my daughter? You wouldn't do that to save your daughter.
Yo, man, I don't got kids, so
To save your daughter.
Yo, man, no, there's other avenues you take. You don't there's other avenues.
I thought the hypothetical is that's the only avenue.
Yeah.
Not
That's the
only will I
hypothetical.
fuck the pig, I'll eat the
But that's
bacon the next
they
day.
created a hypothetical where this is your only way out.
Light work. Cook them up. Let's go.
That's so
Ham,
natural.
Anyway,
sandwiches.
if you watch the
all
show,
day.
Hold on. So
Yeah.
this is the twist. So they told him he had to do this by a certain time, or else the girl was gonna get killed.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So here's the twist: the time that he does it, the kidnappers and you don't know till the end. They put the girl on a bridge. They were gonna release her no matter what. This is the fucked up twist.
Okay.
So you're like, oh my god, this guy just did this.
Yo,
and-
spoiler alert.
Yeah,
Right.
it's okay.
It's all right.
Go,
It's all right.
go. We're spoiling all
Right?
this shit.
So
Yeah.
that's when I got into the joke. Because listen, that whole episode, I'm not like, I'm not into guys fucking pigs or anything
Yeah.
like that. But I'm just like, oh, that's a fucked up twist.
And it
Right.
also sets the
It ma-
precedent that anything fucked up
Right.
could happen in this fucking show.
And it lets you know off jump, like this show is not the conventional show.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
And to Marco's point, or what he was complaining about the show, the whole concept of the show is that you can watch any episode in any order because it's an anthology show, so everything is self-contained.
No, I get that.
Yeah,
Real
so
I'm
quick.
saying I don't want
Real-
that. The guy who made the show put this episode first for a reason.
yeah, of
This
course.
is the first episode he wanted.
Of course.
to say.
But
Yo,
he also
yeah.
did it because it's a biblical story. I mean, he didn't fuck the pig, but the situation where he was about to kill his son, what's his name? Abraham.
Yeah.
He's going to go, he takes his son to the
Up
rock,
to the mountain, he's gonna kill.
He's about to kill
God
it,
tells him to kill
and
his
he's
son.
about to kill him, and then God goes,
stops
yo, you're good, whatever. So maybe if he didn't, protest so much about fucking the pig, they would have said, hey, you realize you are a good person. Here's your daughter. We just want to make sure
gotta
you're
watch
willing
the
to save your
episode.
daughter.
You gotta watch the episode.
Anyway,
because you
I'm
have
saying it's not that
listen,
crazy. In the Bible, it's fine.
listen, in
you
the
know?
grand scheme of things, this episode is not one of the best episodes. It's a mid-tier episode. that
Gotcha.
first
Yeah,
episode,
yeah.
Right? So
Okay.
that's why when people tell you don't watch it, because they're just like, because it's a weird one to start with. Whenever someone's like, oh, I'm going to start with Black Mirror, I'm like, don't watch episode 1. I tell them don't watch episode 1 or 2.
Yo,
I say,
so
bad way to start saying how great a TV show is.
Because I'm like-
when you're like, don't watch the first episode.
but maybe it's so great because
I'm the problem.
the first episode is the way it is. Like it's such a fucking.
maybe you just don't resonate
Because
with
it's
No,
a-
you
prime
gotta watch
ministers.
the episode.
If it was a president,
Andrew, you gotta
you're
watch the
American.
episode.
If it was a president, if
If it was
Donald
I would not
If it
wanna
was
watch
Trump.
Trump fuck a pig.
I would watch it
Oh,
nonstop.
and so would every fucking American.
You wouldn't watch Donald Trump fuck a pig.
Every single that would get the best ratings
Bad
ever.
example.
I wouldn't watch. I wouldn't watch.
I don't think I watched that shit.
Listen,
I would watch
I
it.
would sit there and I would watch.
I'd watch it at iPick.
Grab that
Yeah.
pig by the pussy all night long. I pick.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's do it. All right.